Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm the host, Robert John, currently living in Ireland, traveling artist. This is my brother, Mike.
Hello.
Live from the van. And my other brother,
Van
Skyler.
Another day, another dick.
What?
We're off to the fucking start.
Hit the ground running.
And let's start this one over.
And we're starting live. Full peek behind the curtain. I'm a little late to this episode because I fucked up the time difference. For our regular listeners will know I'm in Europe. Skylar's in like Eastern Central Time. Mike's in Pacific Time. So it's a little bit of a juggle to do the time difference. I fucked it up. So I'm like a cool 50 minutes late. I was at the pub. But I'm here now.
Yeah, we didn't really miss you.
No, didn't
Just gonna say that aloud. We had a great conversation.
I feel like the recording aspect relies on me, but you guys would be fine to just continue without me.
Yeah, you like to think that, don't you?
I do.
Anyways, I got a hot news item. I'm sure a lot of fans have been waiting and dying for this. As far as I know, I haven't revealed it, but today, the roommate's Christmas gift finally arrived.
Nice.
Wow,
Yeah.
February 6th.
February 6th.
Yeah, just in time
Merry
for
Christmas.
Valentine's.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas,
just in
roommate.
time.
Are you going to reveal what it is, or has she seen it yet?
Oh, she has seen it. We've, she's been stoked on it. We exchanged love, saliva via the mouth. But so here it is. This is what we've all been waiting for. Is this beautiful
Ice
barrel.
holder?
What is that?
Antique.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Pirate ship ice
Cigarette dispenser.
Whoa.
Opens
Wow.
up and all your cigarettes come popping out.
I didn't even know she smoked.
She doesn't. These are actually
does now.
hollow. I don't know why the guy sent me these. Like, they were in the picture for show, but
So they're for
my
big
plan
doobies.
was to fill it up with marijuana cigarettes and give it to her for Christmas. It's very
Damn,
fucking
dude.
like, this is where you put the dino DNA.
Yeah, it
Stays
is very
cold.
Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
exactly.
Hold it
And when
upside
they-
down.
Cryogenic barrel.
Yeah, and when they try to check it, it just shoots out whipped cream.
Right.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that.
That's a slick
But
move.
yeah, so
Shit's legal now, man. You don't
she
need
doesn't
that
get
stuff.
to use it tonight because I'm podcasting with it.
It's not legal in Ireland, but I may or may not have indulged quite a bit tonight.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Dog.
Living
You
Yeah.
think you know somebody?
just not saying no to things these days.
Last time I think I don't even know if I seen you. I just assumed that you were stoned because we were stoned, me and your brother,
Yep.
was at the skate park at school, and you had long hair.
Yep, that
That
sounds
was a
about
long
right.
time ago.
Yeah, there was a good stretch of my teenage years when I indulged, and then I took a break, and now I'm back on the grass.
I remember a funny story. That's cool. That's cool. Good
Shoot
for
it.
you.
Congratulations.
Shoot.
There's a funny story at that skate park. For sure the first time I ever went green, but I remember your brother going green, and I don't know if that was and just flopped over the fucking quarter pipe we were sitting on.
Yeah.
Just
And the cops were there?
hyperventilating. Yeah, the cops were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
remember
nightmare.
that,
All the girls are looking.
Yeah, I thought I went green, and it was just like I just need to sit here and not say anything to anybody, and everything will be fine, and I'll get through it.
Yeah.
I just gotta power through it, and I couldn't, and then
You
like
just passed out.
and then like started passing out, and then the cops showed up because like we were at the skate park, and like they would come to check to see if kids were skipping. So
Yeah.
we had to like get up and move so like they wouldn't question us, and I remember that
Oh,
being
yeah.
like just like the most intense walk of my life.
I was
We walked
worried
over
about you.
We walked over the quarter pipes, and then you guys just like draped me over them and like hid me behind your bodies until I came to, and then went back to class. Like that was my lunch break that day. Just 70 minutes of fucking seeing different colors, and
Trying not to pass
Yeah.
out.
still happens from time to time.
Our listeners that
It's
don't
been
know.
a while, but yeah.
Yeah, for our listeners that don't know, the three of us went to a high school that had a skate park basically in the backyard. And the
Fucking
skate
crazy.
park was ideal for drug use, skateboarding, as well as fist fights.
Finger bangs.
they call it the octagon, not where you finger banged, but when people fought, they would like arrange the picnic tables in the shape of an octagon, and people would fight in the middle of it.
Yeah. This was like
pretty
right
fucking awesome.
This
I don't know why you never
everyone
came
knew what
every
the
day,
UFC
Mike.
was.
Oh, it was great. It was before the UFC was cool, but it was just like known as the octagon.
It was the octagon, yeah.
At least
that's why I didn't come every day. Like that's why I didn't go to class every day. It's because that place was so fucking cool.
Yeah, I never went
playing
to class
hacky
either.
sack and hanging at the skate park.
It was great.
Yeah. That was like a lot of those girls didn't wear underwear either, you know. So it's just like tons of chance to get a glimpse of some booty, you know, some front
remember,
booty, back shell, front shell.
I remember. Okay, this is a little bit like on the fucking creepy fucking side, but I don't remember the girl's name at all. Like this was 15 years ago, but we used to call her Hawaiian panties because she wore like flowery panties, I guess. But like she wore them every day because she knew that people knew that she was Hawaiian panties. You know, like that was like her rep.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who this girl was, but she would purposely you know, frolic or whatever so that
quick turns.
Something quick turn, frolic.
Yeah, quick little quarter
little
turns.
Skip to Malou. Whatever it was.
Someone
like,
call me and just quickly
she did
turn
something
around.
So that everyone would catch a glimpse of
the architect who designed that school. The group of architects were definitely male because the second floor railings were all glass.
Yeah.
They were glass railings, so if the girl was standing, like leaning over, looking down on the first floor, it was like, and that's why everyone hung out under the stairs. It was the same thing, you know, like
there was benches there too.
There
were
benches
under those. For
They
observing.
wanted you to sit there.
Observation decks, as they would say.
Yeah.
But if
I didn't hate going to class so much, I would have spent more time in that school. But it was just as fun out of the school. The leisure center was right there, literally the backyard. Hop a fence.
I knew many people that would only poo in the leisure center and not in the school for privacy reasons.
Yeah.
Well,
and that was just code. Like, I'm going to go swing by the leisure center. And it's like,
drape and hold dumps over toilets at this school as well.
Oh, the school was a nonsense.
You're better off just going behind the skate park.
It's kind of a crazy thing to think about. Like what we had, like, right next to our school was an attraction for all the other schools around us, too. EC Jury, Milton District, not to, like, you know, put us on the map, you know, so people can fucking
I think our memes have already done that.
They can look all they want.
But, like, it was a hub. Like, we had pretty much everything except for a convenience store within a reasonable distance.
No,
you know?
Everything was far.
With a bakery. Like, but, like all the other schools would come and cause shit. It was just, like, chaos, man.
Yeah, it
High
was
school was fucking pure chaos.
Do you guys remember Gold Star Donut? And we used to just call it Brown Star because it was a shitty fucking donut store.
Oh yeah,
it was like
that was the little bakery,
closest store was fucking Gold Star Donut, and it sucked.
Yeah.
But
there was fucking nothing out there at all. Other than the skate park and the leisure center, there was just cornfields.
But those are like the two coolest things to have beside a high school.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Fine, whatever. Can we just get to the fucking episode?
Yeah. So this is the second part of a 2-part episode. Last week we did an Ask an Expert special, and it was sweet because we asked our fans to send in questions, and we got so many questions that we couldn't fit them all into one episode. So we're gonna do the second half today, whatever time of the day it is where you listen to
whatever
this.
Fucking time you listen to.
Whatever time. It's an hour late as for our time because I fucked up the time difference, and I was at the pub, and I was having a lot of fun with Barry. Shout outs to Ominous Omen on Instagram. He's a great graffiti writer, my homie here in Dublin.
I thought it was Jerry.
Barry.
Gary?
There's no
Jerry
in
or Barry.
Ireland. His name is
definitely
Barry. It's Barry.
Okay.
I would know the guy's name.
You almost said Gary.
Whatever.
So
that's the fucking question.
Okay. Our friend Danielle down in Georgetown, fucking Canada, says it. So, in past episodes, we've heard the experts refer to certain behaviors or scenarios that they would consider red flags of sorts. Wink, wink.
Okay.
Keeping the general theme of murder and conspiracy, though, In the expert's opinion, what are some characteristics or behaviors you would consider as red flags that some might be psychotic or capable of murder or being a serial killer? Have you ever experienced any of these characteristics or red flags in your personal interactions or day-to-day life? And so looking back now, what do you think or
worried.
know your intuition was right about this person in question?
Wow. She's fucking worried.
That's
she's
a lot
worried.
of fucking words.
For sure.
We love you, Danielle.
She was typing that in the bathroom.
Yeah, she's
locked
like,
door.
fuck, who do I...
Danielle, get out of the house.
Danielle,
Yeah.
if you have these theories or questions or concerns, you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of the house.
Get out
Prolonged
of the house.
eye contact's always one big red flag for me. If someone's like, I mean, I get people take medication and it's probably a side effect of their, fucking extreme focus, but it's like the prolonged and steady eye contact. That gets me.
That's it.
That's
Something
it,
about that. That's one thing.
I'm going to give you something. I don't know if it's related to serial killer, but it is related to dating, which is the same thing in my book.
Yeah.
Whenever, you're dating a new girl and she tells you about her dreams, like, oh my God, last night I dreamed about this.
Yeah.
Huge fucking red flag. Like, someone's
Why?
so selfish and singularity-minded that she thinks I give a shit about what her dream was.
That's fair.
Possibly a
That's fair.
serial killer.
Wow.
Like, you have to be fucked if you think that your dream, which is just like a random assortment of thoughts and, reflections and projections. Like, if you think someone other than you finds that interesting, red flag. Serial killer.
Wow.
Flag
Wow, I
up.
wish you had told me this years ago.
If you told me about your dream, you're a goddamn serial killer. You have the potential. You're so
No,
selfish.
what about, I don't know. Okay, hold on a second.
Fuck you. Do not tell me about what you dreamt about last night. Go get a life.
I'm not going to tell you. I know better. But, I think if there was, a cool dream I had, I would tell you. I might tell my roommate about it. She tells me her dreams.
Yeah, but you guys
I
have a
think it depends how
relationship.
sexy it is.
I agree in the sense that, if this is, within the first week, first date or something, and she's like, oh my God, I had the craziest dream last night, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck either.
I looked at the clock, and then the clock turned into a frog.
Maybe it's not always a red flag that they're a serial killer. Maybe it's also a red flag that they're just boring.
It's both things.
Or uninteresting.
Ooh,
yeah.
There you go.
You know?
Which is also a red flag.
That's a huge red flag.
Huge red flag
If someone's
for serial.
walking
Also,
around with
I think
a boner all the time, that's a red flag.
Yeah, huge. Pink
that's,
flag, actually.
Yeah. I also think
I mean, it depends what
pajama
race
pants-
you are.
If someone's wearing pajama pants
Bringing
in
race
public,
into it
that's-
right away.
Yeah, wow.
Well,
Wow, no one even
some
said
people are
anything
cock
about
heavy.
fucking
Maybe
Asians
it's not a
being
boner,
boring,
it's just
and you
a
just go
fucking-
there.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Cooped
don't
up in his
know.
van all day.
I think people with OCD, they're red flag. Toss
I think
it.
people who buy premium cheese, red flag.
Red flag.
huge
Are
red
you
flag.
talking like Black Diamond or?
No, like the premium fucking, fancy. You pay
Gouda.
15 bucks for a little, like a Gouda,
Yeah.
You know what,
Red
boys? Paint me a serial killer, but since I traveled
Dude, you
through...
are a fucking serial killer.
I know,
Yeah.
but when I went through Italy and I actually tasted some fucking Gouda or whatever the fuck you called it, some
Yeah.
premium cheeses,
Serial killer.
there's something to it. There's something
Red
to
flag.
it.
Throw it. Red flag.
Yeah, red flag. We're
Red
chucking
It
it
may
out.
have come from 10 years prior being a vegan and never eating any cheese, and then going to Italy and being like, yeah, I'll try that. And it's just like, oh my God. It tastes like an entire bag of microwave popcorn in one bite. Whatever
What
the
kind
fuck
of
that
cheese
was.
are you eating?
Whatever they
Yeah.
had. I don't know. I don't speak any goddamn
Yeah.
Italian. I lived there for 3 months and I just went, yeah, sure. See.
Close
see,
your
bring-
eyes, open your mouth.
Yeah,
you
bring
don't
it.
even know if it was cheese or not. That could
It
have
was
been
cheese.
anything.
It was like a white lump. And I just ate it. And it was
Ugh.
So good.
Come
Yeah.
on.
The real mozzarella.
mozzarella, yeah.
It's
Mozzarella. Yeah.
You just throw your hands
I mean,
up.
I
really
remember
go
okay,
all day. Trench coats, dusters, red
Dusters.
flag.
when I went to
Wow.
Italy. It was almost like a year ago now. Like the first week I was there, the boys were like, "Hey, try a mozzarella." And I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, we have that in cheese string form back in Canada.
Ooh, yeah.
And they're just
real
like,
class.
no, Roberta, no. And then like we go to a restaurant and have like
It's like real buffalo
panzerotti with mozzarella. And it's like,
Yeah.
did someone just fucking cum in my mouth? Like, this is the greatest thing I have
So you
ever
spit it out
tasted.
instantly.
Wow, that's what you compare it to?
Yeah. It's just like a hot
the
cum.
greatest thing that's ever happened.
The
to me.
greatest thing is hot cum in there. And I
Shower
remember
with
thinking of you
mozzarella.
guys. I'm like, how do I box this and send it in the mail to the boys? Because there's nothing
Oh.
better than
Get a
hot,
box, dude.
like
Yeah.
it's like a pizza
Just
pocket,
get
but they
yourself
call it a panzerotti. With
Oh yeah, I
mozzarella
dated a girl.
panzerotti.
I
And
dated
it's
a
just
full-blood Italian girl.
Oh my
a couple
god!
a couple years ago I dated this girl and her mom was like fresh off the boat Italian, and the panzer is it panzerotti? Well,
Panzerotti.
like I said, pizza pocket,
Yeah,
fried up.
panzerotti.
and it's just cheese, sauce, and basil.
Yeah,
That's
there's
it.
nothing else in it.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man.
Cheese
And
sauce,
everything she
basil,
made was
cum in
great,
your
but
mouth.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, you know what? I'll give you it. It's like
I'll
someone
take it.
coming in
Just-
your mouth. It's
It's
so
like someone
good,
coming in your mouth.
so good.
What? Flags,
Flags
fucking
all
flags
over the
everywhere.
place. Yeah.
The two of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get the analogy at first, but then reflecting on, eating them. Yeah, it's exactly like that. You're
Just
right.
your eyes get bigger, your heart beats an extra beat. What else can you compare it to?
Yeah. Your tummy's full.
Tummy is full. You feel
Yeah.
stronger. It's full of protein.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got a question here from Gail. Gail from Oakville asks, without using a weapon, what wild animal could you most easily kill and how?
I don't even have to be hypothetical, but I've definitely run over a cat in my car before. Does that count as a
That's
weapon?
a weapon, though. That counts as your car
Okay,
is your
cancel
weapon.
that. Mike, you go.
Is it a domestic cat that's also not a wild animal?
It's not a wild animal. That's fair.
I
Valid point.
think, like with your bare hands or like cunning ability, like you could
Bare
trap
hands, you can kick it,
and kick it.
bite it with your own
Um,
teeth. I don't know.
I would say a raccoon.
I could kill a raccoon.
Yeah,
think so?
depends where you are in the world, because like out in BC, well, in northern BC there wasn't a ton. In Vancouver, I don't know that there's much, but in
We're
Ontario,
talking
it's
garbage,
like,
Toronto garbage raccoons.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could stomp one of those.
Yeah.
All right,
you
well, what
sound
about
it.
like Thunder Bay raccoons? Like we're talking North
Hard,
Ontario.
hard northern raccoons.
I feel
Yeah,
like everything
and
below
rabies.
bear I could take.
Anything below bear? Like what does
Yeah.
that mean?
Anything below bear.
What-
I don't think you could take a coyote.
Yeah, you couldn't take a coyote. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I think I could take a coyote.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I don't think I could take a wolf. A wolf is a bigger animal. But a
And
coyote?
he's usually in a pack, so you're
A
not.
coyote-
getting one.
Yeah, no, the coyotes are cunning, man. They'll lure you in.
I'm going to call it coyote for starters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a-
I just
let's,
like
let's,
coyote
let's
has
get
a
that
vicious
settled
bite.
Right now. It's pronounced
But
coyote.
whatever the coyote is going to like bite on, I'm going to use my other limbs to choke it and kill it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think
I think it's
I would
got a
be
small
afraid
enough
of
neck that I can
A,
choke it.
rabies. B, like raccoons got
Well,
those
we're
little
not talking
hands,
long-term death. We're talking a fight.
But like, what if you encounter them in the woods and you're just like, it's like
I
here we
could
go,
kill
there's
it, but
no-
if I'm going to die of rabies like 2 weeks later, yeah, that's, I won the battle, lost the war. That's not the question.
I'm saying
from
though,
Gail.
like, this isn't Fear Factor where there's like fucking an ambulance on site and Joe Rogan. This is
Right.
like
Yeah.
you come around the corner in a forest and there's an animal right there and you know you can take
Everything
it down.
below bear. Yeah.
Yeah, anything like,
I just give it, give it the
Fucking
complimentary forearm, bite the
Yeah, yeah.
forearm, and then with my other arm, gonna lock it
Well,
around
that's
the
a
neck.
good move.
give it a diamond cutter. What was that?
Diamond cutter. Lock it around the head, put it down.
Drop
can-
it.
Really?
Yeah. I
don't-
wouldn't even
I
go
don't-
for a complimentary neck break. I'd just choke it slowly. Back to the
And
red
enjoy
flags
it.
of
Your
Danielle's
red
question.
flag,
I'd
yeah, it's a
enjoy,
huge red flag.
I'd
It's a
enjoy
huge red
its
flag.
heartbeat slowing.
He's
Yeah.
thought of this answer before. Red flag. Red flag.
Red flag, red flag.
Red flag.
Tell me about your dreams, RJ.
Yeah.
Red flag.
I think I could take out a deer. Real
No
good.
way! That thing's so
Yeah.
big. How would you
Like
Not
a-
like,
like a
no, not
physically
a male
disabled
deer.
deer?
Female deer, I could totally like kick it in the throat.
Wow,
real
that's
good.
sexist
No,
as shit. by the
no,
way.
dude, you can't.
It's
What do you
2019.
call? No, I would just like get behind it and fucking like stem it. Is that what you
You
call
would
it,
just
Mike?
gender assume
Brain
the
stem
deer
it?
first.
Just fucking stem them.
I would say you could kill a fawn because
hell
they're
is a
usually
fawn?
curled. It's like the baby deer. They're usually curled up at the bottom of a tree somewhere. You step on them, you don't even know they're there. You could
Yeah.
do that.
You're right.
think-
But like a
no
mother
babies.
deer?
Okay, we're not
I'm
taking out
good.
baby anything.
I'm getting the
Bambi's gotta
impression
watch. You
all
know?
of Mike's kills involve just stomping something.
I like my boots, man.
Yeah, he's done it before. I think I could take. I could
Red
kick
flag.
a Canadian goose in the throat and take it.
Also, very fucking vicious
There's no
little
way.
birds, big birds.
out.
Back
No, you're right,
to-
but I think it
Yeah.
would be a fair fight. But I would fuck him up.
Fair fight. Okay,
I
yeah.
remember, let's flash
I'd put
back
my money on
to
you.
high school, flashback to the beginning of the episode. Callback, that's what they call it in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
comedy world. Callback to
Okay.
high school stories. Every year when I was in high school, I took art classes, and we would go on a different field trip. And in grade 11, we went to the Toronto Metro Zoo. And the idea was to go there with your sketchbooks and draw fucking animals. And it was the most boring fucking day of all time, because if anyone has been to the Toronto Metro Zoo, unless you go in like July or August, the animals just fucking lay and do nothing, because they're all from Africa and Canada is cold as shit, so nobody does anything.
No.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
we had to,
pronounced,
like-
Africa.
Yeah, they're from Africa. And
Okay, okay.
the cheetahs and the
Red
lions
flag.
and the rhinos, all the
Yeah,
cool
they don't
shit.
do shit.
They just lay on the ground. They don't do anything. So me and my friends had to come up with our own fun, which was steal the wagons for the children and ride them around like roller coasters down the roads and shit. And
Okay.
we found this really
like the
big hill.
rickshaw type of thing.
Yeah. Well, no, there's
Yeah.
like wagons.
Wheelbarrow?
Like you can get like a wagon, like a red wagon for your to like tow your kids around.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we just like took wagons and we're just riding them around, and we found this really big hill. And me being the guinea pig, I'm like, I'll go down the hill first. And I just like sit in the wagon, push me down the hill. We'll see what happens when we get to the bottom. And
Yeah.
at the bottom, it just like ended in like a T like kind of deal. Like it was a straight line meeting like a perpendicular road. And it just
Yeah, yeah.
went into
Yeah.
this like fucking goose farm full of like 7 or 8 geese, like Canadian geeses. And as soon as I just went rolling into their fucking flock of geeses, they all just started freaking out and flapping the wings, chased me
They were
back
gonna
up
fuck
the
you
hill. I wasn't in the best shape. I got bit a couple times on the ass and the back of the
Yeah.
like back lower back.
You gotta watch your penis.
Fucking
Little-
geese,
Yeah.
man.
pluck
They're
that
brutal.
worm right out of the ground.
So there's no way I could beat a geese or a goose or a gander, whatever
Yeah.
combination. There's no way. They're way too strong and they're way too aggressive.
I'm not saying
I'd
a
say
whole
one
fucking
lone
gaggle of
goose.
them.
One lone goose, maybe.
Yeah.
No,
One
there's
lone
no
goose,
way.
I could
They're
snap
too
a neck.
aggressive.
A gaggle, I understand. I wouldn't fuck with a gaggle.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'd put money on you up to 2 geese.
I could
I-
take 2 geese.
Like,
2 geese.
steel
I
toes?
could see you. Yeah.
I'm-
2 geese, steel toes. I'll put my money on you.
I think there
Now,
was
is that
6
weapon,
geese
though?
based
Are we-
on memory. Like there was I remember riding down in my wagon onto the grass, laughing, looking back to see if my friends thought I was cool, and then realizing
They
like
did.
I was in a bit of trouble. There's a bunch of geese around me, and they all just started like, the wings come out and they're surprisingly fucking big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like 6 feet.
They're huge, and it's like,
They're
oh
huge, yeah.
shit, fuck this. And they
Yeah.
just started biting my arms, and as I was running away, they're biting me on the ass and the lower back. And I had to run up the hill that I just rode down so
Good
carelessly.
thing you don't have any love handles.
No, thankfully.
I would have bit him right off.
Some love
Yeah, I
handles
don't.
might
I
have
wouldn't
been
fuck
some
with any birds,
patting,
man. Birds are.
I'm not.
I don't
fucking-
like
so
birds at all. They're
my
scary.
answer is bare and below, except for the birds. No birds.
Except for birds, yeah.
No birds.
I'm saying raccoon and below, except for birds.
You just want to stomp things. You don't even want to use your
I'm
arms. You
saying-
just want to stomp on
I'm
things.
saying specifically, I could take out a deer. I think.
How? Run us through
Yeah.
this.
Like,
would you
you
use?
just fucking You walk
Maybe
up on it slow, do one of these.
Maybe an island deer. Small island deer.
You know? And then you just, I think I'm kicking it in the throat.
All they do all day, all day they run. That's all they do, is run and jump all day. Those things are fucking muscly, dude.
How high do you think you can kick?
My body has been built. My body has been evolved to chase down deer. And
I haven't seen you kick anything since 2004. Okay,
well, I would maybe like practice a little bit.
Yeah, warm up.
Just a little bit of warm up. If I knew I had a showdown with a deer and I had one shot.
I've only ever seen you wear work boots, and there's absolutely no way you can kick above your waist in work boots.
Oh, work boots and shorts? Oh, buddy, I'm kicking over my head every time. And you won't even see it. I'll be making eye contact, and then whoosh.
Next time we get together, we're doing a high kick contest.
Canadian Van Damme.
We're going hunting next time we hang out. No guns,
just our
no
boots.
Knives.
Just work boots and shorts.
Boots, yeah.
And a deer calling mechanism.
Okay, cool.
You're not just gonna go
family vacation.
I might want. That's how you start. That's how you get in close enough. You give him one of those. Maybe like rattle something up here. And like there'd be some sort of piss involved. Like I think you need to get the piss of the animal.
Well, that's what the shorts are for.
All over you. You got to cover yourself.
Piss all over your inside leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely put some piss on my legs, so it's like, or maybe
see it coming.
Piss up high, so I do this, and it's like looking up here, like, ooh, what's that beautiful smell? Roundhouse, right to the larynx.
You wouldn't just straight kick them; you'd do a full-on roundhouse.
Oh, I think I have to hope to bring them to the ground, and then I can get down on one knee with my ankle over its throat and twist.
Ankle over the throat. What the fuck does that mean?
Red flag.
Red flag.
No.
Completely delusional on his body.
Yeah.
Ankle over the throat.
Killer.
Well, I don't know what you call it. Like it would be my ankle. It would be like where my shin meets my ankle to the tip of my boot would straddle around the neck of the deer.
So then the rest of your body is so far away from the deer.
No, I'd be over top of it, perched, sitting up on it.
Why wouldn't you use your full shin then? Why would you use your ankle?
Well, my shin would be involved with the ankle, and then I just twist with my butt. Use my butt muscles to twist.
Snap the neck.
The deer's neck. Yeah.
Yep.
Dead.
I'm definitely not betting on you in that situation.
That plan whatsoever. I'm still confident I can go bear and below minus bird.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, we'll have to settle this like real men.
I'm taking on a couple birds.
Yeah, you be the bird killer.
Yeah.
We'll get the
rest.
rest.
I'm not going for like a hawk or anything.
No,
anything with like overly big talons,
hawk.
but I can step on a couple orioles and make them squeal.
I don't think
we got ourselves we got a team. I'll do the stomping. RJ will do the neck ringing or whatever.
I'll ride my wagon into a gaggle of whatever.
Yeah. You're the bird man.
I'll be the bird man.
Yeah. That sounds like a great vacation.
You got a question for us? You got one over there?
Well, yeah. Segue into vacation from my friend T. She asks, I'm just trying to remember because she told it to me. She didn't write it down. But she asks...
You didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down. Mike. What is your ideal vacation to sit on a beach, all-inclusive, drink your margaritas, get fat, stay warm, or to explore a city, possibly a culture? What's your ideal vacation?
Well,
I'll start here and say I've been on a couple vacations in my day. I've been to Newfoundland and I went to Mexico, but I've never done the all-inclusive thing. I drove to New Jersey one time too. That was pretty sweet. But
pretty much what it is. It's like, would you rather relax or explore?
Yeah, but you can do both. I mean, like I say, I went to Mexico to Tulum, and we just got an Airbnb right down in the fucking downtown Tulum, I guess I'll call it. And we had it wasn't the all-inclusive. I'm not a fan of the all-inclusive. It seems like, you're just living your North American lifestyle in tropical setting.
Foreign land.
I would like to dip my
and
toes
safe.
in it. I think it would be fun to do, but I also enjoy the like. Let's go out and see the town. Let's see what this place is actually about, right? Not
Totally.
stay in the cookie cutter.
Yeah,
plaza.
I'm kind of bouncing between the both too, because like a big part of being on vacation, especially if you're in a hotel, is having sex a bunch and relaxing and just fucking up the hotel room, coming everywhere. But also like eating fancy cheese, but also but the big part of vacationing too is like exploring things, right? Checking out shows, restaurants. So I mean, coming and relaxing, yes, but like on a beach and that's all you do,
that's
dehydrated.
fun for one day. I'm pretty pale mamma jamma, so like I don't really like being out in the sun. It gets me hot and tired. So I like to do that every now and again, but I also like to. I'm an indoor cat, you know.
Yeah, get sticky inside.
Ooh,
sticky and sweaty on the inside.
I feel like in this scenario, I have to flex my expert card a little bit more than I normally would.
Okay.
But I've basically been on vacation for a year and a half now.
I was gonna say the opposite. Like, I don't think this counts as a vacation. This is just life for you.
And that's what I think it comes down to is like, when I think about like vacation, it's like, this is not vacation. This is just life now. And I have been on vacations to Mexico, and I've been on a cruise before. And to me, I find those things very stressful. Like, I do love, like, I went on a cruise once for a week with, like, a sweet roommate. And we didn't do fucking anything, and it was awesome. Just messed up that hotel room, as Mikey said.
Yeah, drank and ate.
Drank, ate, messed up the hotel room.
Yeah.
But
see, I like the idea of all because you're not tied to anything. You just fucking like, all you're there to do is relax, get fat, fuck, drink too much. But it for a couple days.
For a couple days, and then it's just like my lifestyle is like I just like the hustle. Like I do like that as much as that like is a job for me, and it's like fuck, I have to keep finding work. I do enjoy it. Kind of like, I always think of like Grand Theft Auto, like Vice City, when you're like, oh, I have to go all the way over there and pick up money from the paper factory. Like, I do like that part of my lifestyle. Like, I do like that hustle. So, like, spending like a week in fucking, a cruise ship and not doing anything is like, I find that a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
So for the last, like, it's been about a year and a half of just, like, traveling around. But, like, I do work every day. I do find work.
Yeah.
But I do get to see, but it's really exciting visiting new fucking cultures, visiting new people, making new friends, and in a way that, like, inspires me, like, not just, like, work-wise, but it inspires me life-wise as far as, like, life is fucking short. Like, have some goddamn fun. Go out tonight with Barry. Shout out Ominous Omen. We had a good time tonight.
Yeah. Do some wild shit.
And tomorrow is like, I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to be a little bit, hungover, but then I have a bunch of work to do. And then after that, like, we're going out again, and it's going to be super fun. And every day is like, every day is Friday. Every day is Monday.
And like moments of this time, this year and a half that you've been traveling, must have felt like a vacation. Moments, obviously not the whole time because it's life now, like you said.
Yeah.
But like there's got to be a pretty good percentage that just felt like you were on vacation, no responsibilities or very little, and you're just you're there to just participate in life.
I fully am forward. Like my memory's fucking horrible. And I always say that to people, like, I don't remember anything. Like, you have to, like, really, like, dial me in. Like, I can remember events. Like, if you guys said, like, hey, remember when we went and saw this band? I'd be like, yeah, I remember that. But if you said, what year was that? I'm like, I have no idea.
Within 5 years.
Yeah, I have no idea.
5 years, yeah.
But, like, as far as this last year and a half vacation, like, that does really help. When it's like, oh, I remember I lived in Italy for 3 months during this time. And then I lived in Spain for 3 months during this time. So when I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I remember I saw this movie. It was in Spain. Like I saw the like fucking Avengers whatever movie.
Yeah.
And like that must have
big
been in
moment.
it must have been in May because I saw that when I was in Spain.
Wait, was that in English? Was it in English?
It was in subtitles.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I saw a lot of like awesome
Sounds
movies in
horrible,
subtitles.
English subtitles or Spanish?
English
subtitles?
subtitles. It was in Spanish, but with English
Holy
subtitles.
fuck. Wow.
That sounds horrible.
But that's
Sounds
why
absolutely
now that I'm
fucking
in
horrible.
Ireland, I'm rewatching
It's
all
more
the.
like a comic book, though. I don't hate that.
It's great, yeah. But like that really does help my shitty memory because it's like, oh yeah, Avengers, fucking whatever the last one, Avengers. What's it called, Skyler? You know them. Infinity War. Yeah, it's like Infinity War. Yeah, I saw that when I lived in Spain, so that must have been in May.
Oh yeah.
So like in that way, like I do love living in different countries because it helps my shitty fucking memory. But
Fair.
So you're saying you're the
I'm a
we're all
culture guy.
kind of mixed bag, but
yeah,
you're the
I
explorer
fucking
type
love
rather
living
than
in different
sitting.
countries. I love living in countries that don't speak English. You have no idea how freeing it is to live in a country that
No.
doesn't speak English.
The only time I've really encountered that is within our country, and that's going to Montreal.
Going to
I don't
Gatineau.
love it.
Yeah,
I don't
fucking
fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love
I
I
sitting
mean,
on a
granted,
bus and like
I haven't put myself in that position and like just gone for it and like been completely immersed on my own in a
Yeah.
country that didn't speak a language I didn't speak. But like even just going to fucking Quebec, it's like meh, I can't wait to get back home,
yeah.
or at least out of the fucking province.
I
right?
fucking love it. I love sitting on a bus and like hearing all this like chatter around me, and I have no idea what they say. It's just like background music. Versus if I lived, where I lived before, like in Toronto, and it's like people are just talking about The Bachelor, and it's like fuck all these people. It's like
We
I
were
don't
just
want to
talking
hear
about The
about how
Bachelor.
much of a fucking loser you are.
Well, we were waiting for you. We were talking about The Bachelor and like, what the fuck is what is it?
What
about
is
The
wrong with you
Bachelor?
fucking people? Like fuck
That's
you.
so funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All these girls talk about like whenever I meet girls, they're just like, oh man, like fucking guys, like they're so selfish and they're just players and they cheat on everybody. And their favorite show is about cheating on everybody. Like that's what The
Yeah.
Bachelor is. Like you were all
Yeah.
fucked. If you like The Bachelor, you are fucked. So yeah, back to the
Yeah.
in the old days, I'd like
Great.
sit on the fucking TTC.
Red flags.
Fucking
Let her
red
know,
flag.
red flag.
The
red
TTC
flag.
is a goddamn red flag. But I'd sit on the fucking TTC, listen to people complaining about The Bachelor, and then it's like, fuck it, I'm moving to Italy. And yeah, maybe they're complaining about the Italian Bachelor, but I have no fucking idea. I'm just
Yeah, you
ignorant
don't know what you're
bliss,
saying.
like just like whatever. I have
Yeah.
no idea. I'm gonna get
Well,
off
that's an
anywhere I
interesting
feel like it. I'm gonna go to a bar or an art store or a comic book store and just be like, hey, I'm Canadian. Can you recommend anything? And then bam,
But
we're best
okay,
friends
well,
right away.
well, how about this? Would you still feel that way if you spent the same amount of time in that country that you did in Toronto? Because I think, like, I don't really remember when you went to Toronto, but like we were all still pretty young. I was out west and stuff. But I remember when you were
Yeah.
moving there, and like, and the first couple years that you were in Toronto, like I lived there for a bit too with you, and it was fun. Everything was super fun and new and fresh
Yeah.
and exciting, and who gave a fuck about what people were saying on the TTC because we were just going hard and fast at everything, right?
Yeah.
But so would you think you would burn out being in Italy, let's say, for 5 years, 6
I
years?
feel like it was a similar situation. It's very personal, like not personal like I have a lot to hide, but like when I moved to Toronto, it was like I don't know anybody. I'm just going to move into this random big fucking house and make some friends. So there's an
Yeah.
element of me just being like, fuck it, I'm just going all the way in.
Yeah.
And that's like
So
something
similar
that,
to what you're doing.
yeah, normal people wouldn't fucking do that. They're not going to just willingly move into a house of 15 people. So like I
Okay.
think that's a little bit of a similar thing where it's just like I'm just going to like go for it. Instead of like moving to a new city, I don't know anyone, I'll just get an apartment by myself. It's like, no, I'm going to find an apartment
Yeah.
of 14 people and I'll be the 15th dude and I don't know anybody and
Well, I'll tell you
Mikey's
'cause
going to
from
come
experience, 'cause
visit
I did-
and
I
end up
found
fucking
myself-
moving there. Yeah.
I found myself in that situation with you in that house.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have been there if I wasn't getting laid every day. You
Right.
know? I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't
No.
have been in that situation. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I could deal with a couple roommates, but that was fucking mental.
It was fucked.
That was
yeah.
mental. It was fun, but it was
It was
mental.
fun.
Red
It was
flag,
fun,
yes.
but
Red
like
flag.
I don't
Red
change. I don't
flag,
regret that at all. I had some fucking great times.
No, I don't regret any of that. Fuck that. That was a great time.
And even like this week, like I'm looking for apartments in Dublin and stuff, and it's like I'll do the same thing. Like, yeah, 6 people in a house. Like, sure.
6+.
I'm just implying to like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
6 people, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, odds are better you're gonna like.
Yeah, there's
More-
gotta be at
you know,
least
more
one
people.
person in there that's
At
not a
least
fucking
one.
psychopath red flag.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
the same amount of psychopath that you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Barry.
Shout out to Barry.
Fucking
Ominous Omen.
whatever. Ominous. Yeah.
Ominous Omen on Instagram. Fucking awesome graffiti writer. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Fellow psychopath.
All right, RJ, you got another question for us?
Yeah. We're back to our good friend Brian from Toronto. He says you were tasked. P.S. I have not read this in advance, so this is
Oh wow.
first time reading for me. This is a virgin read. You were tasked with creating a reboot of the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Who do you choose and why?
Wow.
As Ferris?
I guess as the whole film.
Who do you choose?
Oh man.
Wow.
I don't know a lot of young actors, so I'd want to
Well,
cast
Zac
it
Efron.
old.
Zac Efron's gonna be in there.
Zac Efron
he's,
is
He's
great.
been pulling weight for all the young ones, right? Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what he is, what he's all about, but he's in every new movie, so of course he's gonna be a Zac Efron.
I'd go Zac Efron. That's a good pick. I'd want to cast it old though. I want to switch it up.
Oh, really?
I'd want to get Robert Downey Jr. or.
No, that's not a reboot. You're making a new movie. You don't get to do that.
But what
You
if
can
he's
make
just
that
like
movie
calling in
later.
sick to work for a day, and it's Christopher Walken,
No, that's not. his
Samuel L.
name's just-
Jackson.
Sam Jackson,
Yeah.
Forrest
Samuel
Whitaker.
Jackson, Yeah.
Well, you
no,
go
I
that
would,
route, eh?
I don't know. That's I think like you're saying, like who do you cast as like young anybody?
know.
I don't fucking know any
Fuck,
of the
that's a
kids.
hard one,
I don't
man.
know. No.
But
Only one I know is Zac Efron, and he's like 40 now. So like, I don't.
young,
Yeah, I don't.
yeah.
I don't know who's doing what.
I don't know. I think I would cast. I'd cast that delightful. Is it Donald Glover?
Yeah, Donald
Oh yeah,
Glover's
from
great.
Community.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Community. I think I would cast him as Ferris. I think
Okay.
that's
I think
That-
you could just get that whole cast of Community and plop
do
them
it?
into
Yeah.
that.
Plop 'em
Yeah,
in.
and plop with Chevy Chase.
you
and,
could instead
yeah,
whatever the
you could.
guy with the Red Wings jersey could just be Ahmed instead.
Ahmed.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I could see
Cameron,
Abed
I
in the
think his
main
name
role.
is. Or even Ahmed. Wow, yeah, okay. I don't know his name though. I feel like we're disrespecting
Abed.
him.
Yeah, well,
Ahmed, yeah.
Abed.
he never
yeah.
went on to do anything. It's his own disrespect.
Maybe he did. You know,
Maybe he
who
did.
knows?
Maybe he did.
Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
The girl
And then,
went
like,
on to do a bunch of shit, whatever her name was.
Yeah,
but I
she did that
think-
show
yeah.
Love.
That
That's
She's
a
in
great
a lot
show.
of stuff.
Yeah. You could
Yeah.
cast like an older woman for that role.
Like the black girl from Community.
Yeah, Shirley. No, I was thinking like maybe
Shirley.
Rachel Adams. Cast Rachel Adams as the girl. Like she did.
Who's
she did good
Rachel
Mean
Adams?
Girls. She was from
Yeah, I
Mean
don't know.
Girls.
No idea.
No idea who that is.
You never seen? Wow.
I've seen
guys,
Mean
you-
Girls, but I don't know who the fuck Rachel Adams
Rachel
is.
Adams.
She's like the blonde bitch.
From The Notebook?
No.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
you cast her as the
Can't
girlfriend.
picture.
She's too
Can't
old.
picture.
You need someone younger.
No, but I think that girl.
What
looked
about
old
one
in
of
that
the
movie
like
anyway,
cute
so
girls
you
from
could
that
just, like-
Archie show on Netflix?
I don't watch that show.
Well,
is
they're
that show?
they're young and hip though. Let's just get the
Yeah.
Archie cast from Netflix. Put them
Sure,
in.
sign them up.
Fier,
You know.
Fierce.
Sign 'em up, yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea who they are, but fucking sign them up.
And like, who would you get for the principal? I think that's
I
That's
would, I
Chevy
would,
Chase.
I would get
for sure.
I would get Matthew Broderick.
Would
Wow.
you?
Yeah, bring him back.
Is he still alive?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Oh, yeah,
ran
he's
over.
Still alive.
He ran over like some fucking dude, and here we are in Ireland. He got
Yeah,
some
he
drunk
did.
driving charge, and it was expunged
Oh, wow.
because he's a celebrity.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, that's a step up from like the original principal. Like the original principal was a pedophile, I think.
Oh, all principals are.
Yeah. No, he just recently, like within the last 10 years, like got charged with like.
For all the
child
principals
porn.
that are listening to the podcast, prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong.
It's
Red
on you,
flag,
the
being a
burden of
principal.
proof's on
Did you guys, speaking
I think
of,
it's even worse
like,
being a vice principal.
fucking
It's way worse.
whistleblowers, have you guys followed up on the Chris Hansen drama?
No,
just,
but
like-
he like fraud or something?
Yeah.
Bunk checks?
For
Tax fraud,
the fans of this show, they will be happy to know that one of my favorite pastimes is watching old episodes of Catch a Predator on YouTube. I
Red
fucking
flag.
love Chris Hansen, and I
Red
love
flag.
watching him catch pedophiles.
Flags.
It's just the
Red
best
flag.
fucking show
That's
of all
3
time.
in a row.
It's the best show.
It's a great show. I'll give you that.
It is,
Take that
it
flag
is,
back. Take that
Last
flag
3
back.
days, like he's been
I'm
like
leaving one of those
booked
flags.
for like fraud and like cashing bad checks, and he's just like,
Yeah.
you know, the fall of an empire right now.
Well, there's got to be some behind-the-scenes shit, like his wife's taking him for something, or his kids
Something.
taking him for something. Or, like, I mean, he's a fucking millionaire. Why is he sending out bad checks?
know.
Someone's fucking with him.
I know that
Someone behind the scenes is hoarding his money, and his checks
Yeah.
are bouncing.
Mikey, I know you're a fan of Theo Vaughn. He's
Huge,
one of
yeah.
our favorite comedians. But maybe like a month ago, Chris Hansen
Yeah,
was
Chris
on.
Hansen was on there.
He was on Theo
prior
Vaughn's
to all
show.
this. Yeah.
And this week on Theo Vaughn's show, he was talking about how Chris Hansen like took him for a bunch of fucking money. Like,
Took who? Theo?
yeah. Theo put him
What?
up in a hotel for the night and paid for his flight to come in and be on the show. And then Hansen ended up staying for like a week and just ran the bill to Theo and like got a bunch of room
Wow.
service. Like, fucking
Wow.
shady fucking dude. And just
That
like
was on
left
this,
town
this
and
past
then just,
weekend, like the recent one?
yeah, it was a recent one, and just like left
Wow.
town, and like the bill showed up, and it was like $1,500 or something for like in.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck? Like this guy
No, I
just
didn't
stayed
hear
an
that.
extra couple days, ran up the room service bill, and
That's
Maybe
wild.
he was catching predators.
he was trying to catch
Yeah.
something,
Staging.
catch a deal.
Staging, yeah.
Yeah.
Catching something.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Fucking Chris Hansen. I'm gonna watch a couple Chris Hansens tonight before bed, and it's still like, I don't know how much I'm gonna
So
enjoy
your image
this.
of him has been fucking...
Yeah, it fucked everything.
Tarnished.
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 No.
Just gone, yeah. Because he was such a stand-up guy before. I mean,
He was.
I
the
like
ace
that
in the
he
He was
hole.
busted.
borderline national hero.
Yeah.
he was.
You
He
know,
was. But
borderline.
he's also, like, just big as sleaze bag. Like, not the idea of catching the predators, but he was just, like, so into it. I don't know. Takes like, flags. Like we said, just flags.
Yeah.
I think he could have easily been on the other side of that counter more than one occasion.
Well, maybe he's doing reconnaissance, and this is the best
Yeah.
way to do it.
It's
right?
a good way to
This
do
is
it.
how they get you. Yeah.
Yeah. Ask RJ, red flag.
I've learned a
Red
few
flag.
things about that show, but what to and what not to send them in message form.
Well, like, that's like when people are like really into true crime, which we all are.
See?
It's
Yeah.
like there's a part of my brain that thinks, okay, this person's really into true crime. Are they gonna pull some shit? Now that they know the fucking, now that they know the
Yeah.
secrets and they've studied up on this, like, are they gonna pull some shit? Are they capable? And when I think of you two, yes,
Yes.
red flag, very capable.
Flags, yeah. Know it too well.
Red flags
don't know.
all around.
There's no such thing as a perfect crime, Mike. Yeah.
No.
I wish I could get away with stuff, but I'm too fucking stupid. I would do the perfect crime and then like in the last second like step in the paint can and like just fall everywhere, start the fire. Like
No,
you know
you
that
know what
would
you
be
do.
me.
You know what you do. You do the perfect crime, and then you go to Wendy's and pass out after
Yeah.
eating a bunch of Wendy's, and they
Mm.
catch you right there.
That's
Red
it,
flags all
for
over.
sure.
Red flag all
in the
over his
handicap
face.
spot,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. I knew I was gonna go into a food coma, officer. That's why I parked here.
Yeah. I was delusional from hunger.
Yeah. All right, do we got time for another question? I got
Yeah,
time.
let's,
Oh, yeah.
let's shoot back to
Fuck
you,
yeah.
buddy.
All right. Okay. Keon from Woodstock asks, if you were transported back in time, completely naked, how would you convince the people of that time that you were from the future?
Like, we're on Terminator style right now.
Full Terminator, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Does
How
it
would you
say,
convince
Without
them?
less metal.
Did Keon say how many years back we're going?
Yeah, because maybe there's no such thing as
500 years. Jesus.
I think in 500 years, no one will be circumcised. So it's like, if I'm naked, all I got to do is wave the bird around.
The Jews were doing that for fucking thousands of years.
I'm
so
also
you're saying
like,
my penis isn't going to pull any weight?
Pretty covered in tattoos. I think me and Mike are cool as far as admitting, like, we're from the future. You're screwed, Skyler. You're.
I got a couple tattoos.
Not enough. Not enough. You're getting fucking eaten.
No way.
Oh, we're going back in time. Okay, wait. So we're going back in time and we're from the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have to convince the people that we're from the future.
Yeah, tattoos are going to be easy.
Yeah?
Easy convince, yep.
Man, I got a couple tattoos, but you're
New
right,
glasses. Me and RJ got the new glasses.
I said naked, motherfucker.
Fuck.
You guys, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm not going naked without my glasses.
Do you shower with your glasses on?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I nap with my glasses
Till they fog up.
I nap with them on.
Yeah, totally nap with them on.
I think I just show them my teeth.
Straight.
Oh yeah.
Yellow. Straight yellow.
Like, look at, I fucking see how I have them all. They don't have that luxury of 500 years.
See how they're not brown? They're only yellow.
Yeah. Flossed.
Flossed.
Yeah.
Flossed.
How would you show them completely naked?
That's you said it, I think, RJ. Like my fillings. I think that's
fillings
something.
are a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fillings.
This shit.
I remember as kids.
I've got fillings that are still borderline metal.
I remember one of my favorite times going to the dentist. I was maybe 7 years old, and I got one filling, and I was a little bit heartbroken, like a little bit bummed. And then I go sit in the waiting room, and Skyler goes in, and he came out and he had 5. I was like,
all that RC Cola.
I'm doing like basic, like preschool math. Like I'm 7. I'm like, how many fucking teeth does this kid have? And he has 5 fillings.
Yeah, he's got 7 teeth.
He's got
and 5
7
fillings.
teeth and 5 fillings. But those were the days.
Whatever. Had a good life.
But
now I guess if you had like a plate in your head or like some kind of like screws in your ankle. I don't know how you'd prove that, but like some kind of
I think if
modern surgery.
If you had maybe shaved your pubic hair, you could be like, yo.
Mine are shaved into a rainbow.
Crabs, though. I think they did that when they got crabs.
Yeah.
I think that was a thing.
Yeah, they were probably dying of plague and shit back then, too, right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Speaking of...
You can just tell them.
Fucking...
There you go. There's your get out. Look at.
Just tell them.
Just tell them, look, you're dying of the plague. You got to stop doing that. Invent some penicillin.
Washing your hands is good for you. And fresh air is also good for you.
Fresh air is great for you. Speaking, I want to go a quick tangent right now in modern news, even though it's sparking me back in the time. Speaking of pins in the ankle, I've recently broken my ankle as of 3 weeks ago, and I've just been hobbling around like a fucking idiot.
How'd you break your ankle, RJ?
Playing goddamn Spider-Man. If you want to turn the episode back 3 episodes ago,
red flag.
I was playing goddamn Spider-Man. My foot fell asleep, and then I stood up, and it just rolled over, and I crashed like a ton of bricks. Broke my ankle. Yeah. So I've been walking around for about 2 weeks now on just a broken ankle because I thought it was just twisted. I'm like, my ankle's fucked, but it's just twisted. I've twisted my ankle God knows how many times.
Yeah, all the skateboarding you've done in your life.
As a skateboarder, like you kind of twist your ankle every year. That's like a given. And I'm like, it's just twisted. But I went to the hospital finally. And the reason I didn't want to go to the hospital was because, like, I'm a goddamn tourist in this country. I don't know how to pay for anything. I'm spoiled by Canadians where you just, like, show up and they just fix it and you leave and there's no paper trail.
Yeah.
So I'm like, finally, I went to the goddamn Irish hospital. They did the x-rays and it's like, yeah, your ankle's broken. And I went on Thursday... And I went back again yesterday on Monday for a second x-ray. And they told me that 90% of the breaks that I have require surgery because there's so many like tendons and muscles in your ankle that when it breaks, it usually like just opens like a fucking clam. Like it just
Ooh.
pulls it apart. But
Oh,
for
yeah.
whatever reason, mine didn't
Kind of
open.
sexy.
Yeah, mine just like cracked and broke, but stayed together. So for
Wow.
the next 3 weeks, like I'm not allowed to put any weight on it, and I have to go back and get another X-ray. And if it has moved
got
like
one of those-
anything, then they have to put like pins in and I have to get surgery.
So you got like an air boot thing,
Yeah, I
right?
got an
You
air
can't
boot.
even walk on it?
Yeah, well, I'm not supposed to walk on it, but I do walk on it because crutches are too hard.
Yeah, maybe just don't walk on it,
But
though.
crutches are
should
really
walk on
fucking
it.
hard.
Avoid the
Skyler, the
pins.
king of broken
Avoid the
legs,
pins.
knows.
Yeah, use your crutches.
They're too hard, though.
Don't be a
Yeah.
bitch.
No, they're too hard. Fuck
Dude,
that.
it's either you're laid up in Ireland with a bunch of pins in your ankle, like
Yeah, it's either
third
hard for,
world
like,
pin.
It might just be
6
one
weeks
pin.
It's hard for, or it's hard
Yeah,
forever.
well,
Like,
you're in a
just
third
fucking-
world country. You don't
It's
want to
not
get
third
pins
world.
in your ankle.
It's first and maybe second at most.
Yeah, what
Just
kind
use
of
your
pins?
fucking
Just
crutches.
using old roofing nails,
I don't
you
know.
know, straighten you out.
It's a fucking pain
You're
in
on
the
crutches
ass, though.
twice. It sucks. Use your
It's
fucking crutches.
Fucking sucks.
Don't
Crutches
walk
are
on it.
so annoying.
Ugh.
But
Just
anyway,
go
if I got
upstairs.
sent
Suck it
back back in time
Yeah.
right now, they'd be like, "Oh, but this guy's
Back in
foot's all
time.
fucked up." Like,
Yeah, there
he's
you go. Back
probably
with
from
your
the
crutches,
future.
they'd be like, wow.
And I say like, I was
Here.
playing video games. I was playing Spider-Man, and it's really great. And I broke my ankle. They'd be like, "What the fuck? He's from the
What
future."
kind of sorcery is this?
What is this
Yeah, no,
Spider-Man?
they'd lock you up with the
A
plague
man
victim.
spider?
Man spider.
What is this man spider you speak of?
You are doing
Pick
the,
up my radioactive
the Otto
spider.
Octavius like fucking thermal. What do you call those things when you're just like lining up the goddamn colors? Skyler played the game a lot.
I play that. Yeah, I don't know. You're just
No
you're doing
idea.
your scientific
The fucking
experiment.
prisms of colors. You're doing those all day
Yeah.
and you broke your ankle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do that. I played the game and didn't come out with an injury.
You didn't platinum the game? Fucking
Video
amateur?
game injury.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's just
Well,
fucking
I'm sorry, I
mental.
platinumed it, so I did all the goddamn Octavius fucking prisms of colors.
Oh, buddy, I didn't say I fucking platinumed the
I'm
game
sure
too.
you did.
Don't worry.
Didn't have
I
to
sure
break an
did.
ankle.
Yeah, still didn't break my ankle. Beat
Broke
all the
a few
fucking
hearts,
DLCs too.
I got them all too. They're really hard. P.S.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah, that's,
to
Jack
Hammerhead
breaking
for being
ankles,
a
though.
formidable bad guy more than anyone else in the main game.
Yeah. That's it was hard. It was a hard go.
But that's why I wear boots everywhere, because I have fucking horrible ankles.
Even if
And
you're
I
playing
wear
goddamn
boots,
Spider-Man all day in a comfortable
I'd be
living
wearing
room.
boots. I'm wearing my boots, dude. If there's a risk of me rolling an ankle, I'm wearing boots. Like it's honestly it stems from biking as a kid, but like, and jumping and shit like that. But it's like punk rock shows that fucked me up over the years.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
the biggest fucking injury I've gotten coming out of shows is my ankles, for sure. Almost every show now, if I don't lace up my boots skin tight, fucking all the way to the top, I'm gonna fuck my ankles up by the end of the show, guaranteed.
I remember going to Rockfest and like on the very first day, like in the pit, I think it was Bone. What's
Devil's
what's
Brigade.
Matt Freeman's band.
Devil's Brigade, yeah,
Devil-
yeah.
Devil's
Brigade.
Brigade.
Yeah.
Like the first band we saw, and I wasn't wearing
Yeah.
steel toes, kicked the floor really
Yeah.
hard, and fucking ripped the nail off of my toe.
Oh god.
Yeah,
How much
and just
fucking
had to,
hangover
like,
do you
fucking-
walk around with every day?
Oh, it sucked. It absolutely sucked. And then I just had to like tape my foot the whole weekend. Like this is the first Friday of a 3-week.
Dude, it was the
3-day
first set.
show.
I lost my
Yeah.
phone and my glasses too.
Yeah.
Like,
Might
it
I
was
add
a
to
great
the
time.
fucking listeners, before the
Yeah.
first set of the first day, the night before, me and Mikey and Skyler and our boy Sean from the Frontline
Yeah.
Fiesta, who supplies our theme music, all moved into a hotel room. And there's 2 twin beds. And we thought, like, out loud, the 4 of us, like,
Yeah.
it's too gay to pick partners on who has to share a bed. So let's
Yeah.
shove these 2 beds together so that 4 of us have to sleep in the
Yeah.
same bed.
Sleep like puppies.
Yeah,
a bunch
sleep
of
like puppies, because
Yeah,
that's
mess.
Yeah.
it's way gayer than having to pick who you're gonna share a bed with.
Less gay.
And
Less
then
gay.
fucking Mikey picks up the goddamn like end table that separates the 2 beds, drops it, smashes it, Makes a huge...
No. So as soon as we went in, it was like we were all, before we even said anything else, we were all in agreement that we're pushing the beds together and no one's playing favorites this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll put the table above the TV stand. And, you know, and we're all like, yeah, cool, perfect. Y'all grab the lamp, I'll grab this. And I was like, I'll grab the table. And I flipped it upside down to put it above the TV stand, and like the faux marble inlay, this thick, 1 inch thick fake, it was still heavy. It might have been real marble.
It was
I don't
real
know.
marble.
It fucking came out of the table and shattered on the ground into probably 40 fucking pieces. We're in this hotel room for 30 seconds. We've broken the table, and it didn't really slow us down. I think we wrapped it in a towel, all the pieces, and threw it in Sean's trunk for the weekend.
I feel like we put it all back together like a puzzle on top of...
No, that was the last day we're there. We're going
day.
to leave, and we're loading up the car, and Sean's like, oh yeah, shit. Like the fucking towel with all that crap still in my car. And we're like, oh, we got this. And we fucking put it all together like a jigsaw puzzle, except for one little piece.
That we couldn't
because you couldn't get it in with all the cracks. And I think what we did was just put the lamp over top of it.
Yeah.
And then the phone next to it, and then the Kleenex box right next to that, so it looked like...
couldn't see the cracks.
Looked fine, not our problem.
I still have that little piece of marble somewhere.
Yeah,
I kept
we
it.
never got dinged for any of that.
No,
so
it was
totally
on
fine.
your security deposit, Skyler, and we waited like every month. We like check in, like, did you get an email from the fucking?
You're the only one with a credit card.
Fucking Gatineau, fucking Days In, or whatever the fuck it was called.
Oh man,
Nothing.
30 seconds in. Fuck's sake.
And I remember, 30 seconds in, you smashed the table, and about 45 seconds in, you were outside having a cigarette, talking about how, this was a life, I could live here forever. And I just died fucking laughing. Because it's like, okay, 15 seconds ago, you fucking smashed the end table, and we moved our tables together, we moved our, beds together to have a 4-man Ultimo Octo bed. And you're outside smoking, like, yeah, this is a life. I can live like this forever. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Red flag.
We just did a 26-hour drive. You know?
It's like 4 in the morning. It was so fucking late. Remember that too?
It was late.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. That's totally inside joke. No one's gonna get that. Can't even explain that.
Can't even explain
No,
it. Well, we could explain it, but it's someone will be real embarrassed.
Yeah, 18-hour drive.
30-hour drive. 35-hour drive. Anyway, Mikey, do you have a question? I got one more if you don't.
Quick question from our
Let's do
friend.
one more. I think we got time for one more.
You might even have time to do yours, but the quick question from our friend Britt. I was talking with her last week, and she asked me where we pee. Because Rue's always drinking beer. He's always opening beers. You either got a bottle of wine going or fucking this and that, beers. I usually have a jug of water, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller, and she asked where we pee.
Right now,
some people don't like to admit this, but I'll come right out and say it. They're called male grown-up diapers. And I wear them.
and we want to thank our sponsor.
Yeah, my roommate's cool with me just wearing them and peeing in the bed.
Yep.
And we deal with it afterwards.
Deal with it afterwards.
Got a lot of lime in the house. It's fine.
Throw down some lime, yeah.
Throw down a little lime. I don't know, I fucking hold my piss like an adult. I don't know.
I gotta pee real bad right now. I'm just holding it because I know we're only going for like another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just hold it.
I don't know.
I would feel bad for you, but I gave you the out if, like, are we done? And just like, no, let's do another one. I'll just hold my piss and ruin my fucking kidneys.
I've ducked out and peed in a jug while we've been podcasting. I've seen RJ turn around one of our first episodes and just pee on that roof.
Disclose it, but it will never see the light of day. But before the three of us started this official podcast, we did like 2 test episodes.
Oh, that wasn't an actual episode?
It never got released. One of the unreleased episodes. Like, maybe one day we'll release the footage because it does exist.
Yeah.
We were just doing a test run, like, let's see if we can get the webcams and all that shit synced. How does this all work? And I had to piss, and I was like, I just fully just pissed where I was sitting. Like, I didn't give a shit. I was on, like, a patio. I just
turned around and pissed.
I just turned around and pissed all over the ground and then went back to, recording.
Life.
Oh, I didn't realize those weren't released.
No, they're not released, but the video exists. But we probably won't ever release them because we were, really rough and we didn't really know how to
Super rough.
Do a three-way conversation that there
And
wasn't.
I'm pretty sure one of them was like 3 hours long. Like,
I think that was the one. Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants
It was long as
no one
shit,
wants
and it was
that.
a bunch of ums and ahs and like, what do you think? Oh, I don't know. What do you think? We didn't really
Very
have the
Brandon Dassey.
very Brendan Dassey.
I remember getting
so-
super stoned, super stoned for our first couple episodes and realized I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't
I
be
still
this
do it.
stoned
I don't
moving
give
forward.
a fuck.
I mean,
So
I'm
you
talking like
get-
6 dubs.
That's
You
a lot
know?
of dudes.
Yeah, like it was way too much.
Did you
Half
say
hour in the
dubes or
episode.
dudes.
Whatever you want, baby. Red flag.
Flag it. All right, RJ, got our last question.
I was gonna say maybe we should save it for next week as a cliffhanger, but I think this would be a good wrap up because it's actually so fucking on topic. This one's
Let's hear
sent in anonymously. That's a hard
That's
word.
not a word.
It's a hard word
That's
for
not a
me.
word.
That is not a word.
Anonymously?
Anonymously. It's a hard
Yeah.
word for me. Shut up, you
Anonymous,
fucking
yeah.
homos.
One more time.
He says, "Greetings, experts. I know who this is from, but I want to say it's anonymously because he doesn't want us to say who it is.
All right.
Okay.
But he's a good dude, a good fella.
Okay.
With its recent legalization, I'm now enjoying a bit of the marijuana every so often. However, I've never learned to properly roll. I can't get the
Oh.
damn edge to roll in around the back, and I've never been able to do so. I distinctly remember trying to roll a joint at the skate park, wink wink, we've known him for a long time, spilling the shit everywhere and going to buy a pipe. What is the secret that I missed in high school?" Mike, I feel like this is for you.
Oh, you just got to do it, man. You got to do it more and more often. Like I roll my cigarettes now. I've been doing that off and on for years. Honestly, it just takes time. Okay, there is a secret, and the secret is you lick your fingers a little bit. If you got dry weed and and the papers are dry, you crease the paper a little bit so you got like a flat bottom, right? So you got the paper with one fold. You crease it a little bit off that fold so you got a little bit of a flat bottom, right? You sprinkle your weed in. You lick your fingers a little bit. You make sure they're not wet. Dry them out, but sticky. A little
Yep.
sticky. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Because you got sometimes your hands are dry and you go to roll and it just all falls out everywhere. Especially if you got dry or really.
Do you roll
like
from the edges in or from the inside out?
Here, let me roll one right now.
Let's roll
It's all
one
the
live.
preference, baby.
Let's
It's
roll
all about
one live.
preference.
Yeah,
I just-
I'm
I
gonna.
think-
Well, I'm gonna roll some tobacco.
For
So
Anonymous,
paper.
this is for you, Anonymous. We love you both.
You
We
do
love
a
you,
little
this buddy.
extra crease on it. No, you can't see
Yeah.
it, but
Okay, I'm gonna
you just
narrate
do a little.
like
This is like Art
David Attenborough. He's
I
rolled
won't put
the
a filter in.
paper in half.
Okay, you get your weed in there. Let's just imagine that it's like really
Weed.
dusty, powdery weed.
Dusty weed
So
down the middle of the V-shaped paper.
Yep, and it's like it wants to fall out everywhere. So get a little moisture in the hands, dry them on your pants,
Little lick of
Don't
the
be shy.
hand.
moisture, dry it, and
Lick
I
of
roll
the
from the
glove.
middle out.
Middle outward.
Really get in there too.
Yeah, you
Don't
just
hold
kind of
back.
How
gotta shape
aggressive-
it.
How aggressive
Don't
is
worry
this?
about it falling out. Just let it fall out because you can pack it in or discard it.
I personally
Middle.
like to throw a lot in the middle, and then the rolling process
it
is
out.
pushing it out from the middle,
Mm.
pushing it to the outsides. I feel like I
That's it.
talked through Mike actually doing the actual other part.
No, that's it. That's what you do. You put like
Yeah.
the bulk of it in the middle and leave yourself room on the ends to work it out because it will fall out. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it falling out. And just kind of work it out, get your nice shape, and then basically you're going to back and forth the paper until it tucks itself. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's right away, sometimes you got to force it, but you just kind of roll it like,
Sometimes you gotta buy a dinner, but it'll go.
But yeah, treat it real nice, say sexy things.
What do you have
Anyways.
underneath that marijuana cigarette that catches the runoff?
Anything.
Anything.
CD case
CD
is the
case.
typical.
Dog,
is
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
honestly, I don't worry about it. I barely
Oh,
like
look
when
at
I'm
this
rolling.
fucking money
I'm
bags
not-
just blowing his weed
Well,
everywhere.
it's
I'm
like
the same way.
I'm gonna pick up a couple crumbs, right? Like it's not worth it. I never pack my joints anymore. I just fucking roll it, get fucking twist the end,
Only
fold the other
time-
end.
Only time I pack joints is if I know I've done a shitty job off the hop and it's like, oh, it's too loose on the ends. Then I will pack it in. I don't use filters.
Never use filters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're a man.
I think the best advice, honestly, is just buy yourself, like, I don't even think they sell it by the bag anymore. It's like by the pharmaceutical receptacle.
Buy
tub. Yourself a big pharmaceutical receptacle of marijuana and a pack of papers and just sit down and fucking crank everything out.
The best way to learn too is not
just rip them up and fucking start again. Like you're not losing anything out of it. Like.
And as far as rolling goes, whether you're learning or just rolling weed, like the wetter the better, because it sticks together, it binds, right? It binds up. I mean, it may not be the best for smoking, but when it comes to rolling and teaching yourself, like, you know, the muscle memory aspect of rolling, if it's wet, it'll just kind of stick together and clump together, and it's just going to allow you to, you know, tuck it and twist it and everything a lot easier. Just practice, man. Yeah. Go burn through a pack of 100 papers, you know, rolling the same weed, and by that time you won't have any problems.
Put the kids to bed if you got them, and bust out their fattest Bernstein Bear book, and just roll joints on it for days.
And let the weed fall everywhere. Don't worry about keeping it in the paper. Just learn the technique.
Don't worry about it at all. Like, let the dog lick it up. Let the kids find it. Let the in-laws come over and be like, what's this? Like, just let it go. Live the lifestyle.
Yeah. Let her buck.
Just practice, buddy. Just practice.
Yeah, practice.
With that, I want to thank Frontline Fiesta for the amazing intro and outro music. You can follow us on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play. And we have a new Instagram where me and Skyler make absolutely hilarious memes at least twice a day. And we go back and forth, and they're awesome. And check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out everywhere you can. Do you guys have any final words?
What were you saying at the top of the show?
I don't remember.
Something about deep dicking?
Deep dicking anywhere you
can.
Another
day, another dick.
Another day, another dick, another deep, another dick. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day's dick has been sucked. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Thank you. Peace out. See you next week.
Enjoy the mozzarella.
Mozzarella pizza.
Okay. That's good enough.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.